Who is Mr. X in the Resident Evil franchise? He stands around 6 feet and 11 inches tall, and having massive amounts of brute strength and stamina. This being seems to be humanoid in appearance, but it's actually a tyrant. Its name was never really Mr. X by Umbrella, but was merely given that name by Claire Redfield in the novel Resident Evil: City of the Dead. This version of the Tyrant was more intelligent than the early models. Some details suggest this is because part of its composition was derived from the Ne-alpha parasite. Because the Ne-alpha parasite could be programmed to take orders, a slightly different procedure was done. They extracted a substance called beta-hetero-non-serotonin from the human brain. This substance would act as an adrenal-based neurotransmitter. The active cells could only be taken from a live subject. This operation was done without any anesthesia. Various subjects were homeless people that nobody would know are missing. Despite its human-like appearance, it cannot communicate with humans. It is simply a weapon following out orders. And because of this, its actions could lead to undesired accidents. It may end up destroying important equipment without realizing it. Its only focus is the objective of the mission. During the 1990s, the collapse of the Soviet Union saw its army start to disarm. A man named Sergei Vladimir was the colonel of the Soviet army, and with no place left to go, Umbrella would recruit him. He then became the colonel of the UBCS, which was focused on rescue missions during a viral outbreak. But he also contributed his genetic makeup as a base for the early Tyrant models, like the T-001 and T-002. 10 clones of Sergei would later become the basis of the T-103 model. Sergei spent a lot of time working on future Tyrant projects. He even assisted in designing the Ivan models, which later became his personal bodyguards, and also Talos, which he considered to be his masterpiece. Sergei had a fondness to the Tyrants and said, "The Tyrants are my brothers, and my brothers and I will issue in a new era for all mankind." Mr. X was merely another Tyrant 103 model. During the events of Resident Evil 2, a batch of 6 Tyrants, including himself, were deployed. Mr. X was labeled as batch number T00. 5 others were sent to eliminate US troops that had taken over the incineration disposal plant in Raccoon City. It was owned by Umbrella, but also served as a facility that created gases and medicines to dispose of experimental bodies that were infected by the T-virus, and Mr. X was sent to retrieve the G-virus. This was during the same time that Hunk was also deployed for the same mission. This Tyrant model was more persistent than previous models. It showed to break through walls as it chased Leon and Claire throughout Raccoon City. They would also have power limiters implanted to remain under human control and to follow instructions, but these devices are prone to damage in battle or by environmental hazards. If this device is damaged, the Tyrant might just act on instinct. When its body receives enough damage, it will start to mutate. It grows in muscle mass, and giant claws are formed on both hands. At this stage, it grows in speed, strength, and resilience to damage, but its heart does still appear on its chest, but not as much as the early Tyrant models. With the loss of the power limiters, this Tyrant will roam freely, attacking anything it sees, but most Super Tyrants continued to chase their previously assigned target. The Tyrant 103 model had gone through different designs during production. Some early artwork shows it could have used weapons and a gas mask, and one version even had a massive blade on one arm. As the Tyrant 103 model was mass-produced, another version was seen in the Eastern Slav Republic. They were found in a lab under the Presidential Palace. Its normal form was similar to the T-103 model, but taller. But its Super Tyrant form did not have an exposed heart, which made it harder to kill. It also only grew a partially mutated claw on one hand. This Tyrant proved to show more intelligence in being able to catch a rocket in mid-flight with its left hand. It also went up against many Lickers, but it defeated them all fairly easily with its brute strength. There have been many variations of the Tyrant, but I want to look at this model because it's my favorite Tyrant, especially in its Super Tyrant form. I also did a video on the Nemesis Tyrant and William Birkin, so if you want to learn more, check out those videos. If you want to see more content around the lore and history of Resident Evil, then leave a like rating on this video, and tell me which character or topic I should cover next. Thanks for watching. My name is Acid Glow, and I'll see you in the next video.